this is a reason for celebration, because at the end of the day, this is going to bring all abundance, all happiness. When you get into this place and follow your intuition and listen to spirit and put away old patterns and self-doubts and negative thinking and all of that stuff, when you do that, you open up a whole new world for yourself. You attract people who are going to be better suited to you into your sphere. You're going to attract all kinds of abundance into your life. Resources, money, people, things, situations, and most of all, peace of mind. I think that's what this reading is about today. Okay, this is a test to see if I can have the camera at this angle, or can it even hear my voice without my microphone? Like, will it read the cards? Will they be backwards? I don't know. So let's just see what happens. Metatron, can you just give me one of your cards for this reading? I'm just going to do a daily collective reading. And whatever you want to give me will be fantastic. And that seems good. Warrior of Light. So you actually can't really see the cards from here, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. Next, we're going to take an oracle from Lemurian Star Child. Let's see what we get from this one. These cards are enormous. Okay. What are we going to get from Lemurian? Very good. Oh, we got two. Nice. Opening the heart and beyond cycles. Warrior of Light. I like that. Let's see what we're going to get from the Sacred Power Oracle. From the Sacred Power. Thank you. Exploration. Ooh, we got a lot of really freaky deaky cards today. Alright, let's get something from Wisdom of the Oracle. Shuffle these a couple of times. One more shuffle. And we'll get one from Wisdom of the Oracle, please. Okay. Treasure Island. And last but not least, we will get a Wisdom for Healing from Carolyn Miss. Let's get a Wisdom for Healing card, please. Perfect. Recognize your first thought. That's so weird because that is the card. When I took these out of the box this morning, that's actually the card that I looked at. Oh, recognized your first thought. Recognize your first card, right? All right, cool. So I'm going to put all these up here, and I am going to pull out some tarot. See, this is why I don't like to do this live. I feel like this is a waste of time. All the tarot readers who do their cards like this, and they shuffle, and everybody just sits there and watches them shuffle, like, this drives me nuts. All right, for the collective, let's get a 6-card spread. How about that? That seems like it'll be plenty. Let's see what the message is for the collective. Eight of Voices. We stuck up in our minds. Ooh, and the Queen of Voices. So a lot of mental energy today. I do believe the moon is still in Aries, in the later degrees of Aries today. We do have both Mars and the Sun and Mercury in Libra, however. So definitely a lot of air energy going on today, no doubt about it. Okay. So, 9 of Inspiration. Let's see what else we have going on here. A couple more. The only thing with the Muse Tarot is that the cards are so thick that they get hung up on each other when you shuffle them. Has anybody else ever noticed that? Okay. The Magician. Okay. Well, that's good. So, it seems like the message is that we are definitely, so we've got a lot of swords going on. Like we're powering through something. We're powering through a lot of mental energy. We're needing to definitely take some action with that Mars. Mars in Libra, I think, is really coming out here. We also have the Page of Voices. There's something that's coming to light, and with the Magician that we are, that we're kind of like in the work. It's in the works. It's in process. It's like, it's an evolution. It's at the beginning stages. We're starting to, you know, because we've got the Ace and we've got the Magician, both one card. So there's something in the energy about beginning. Oh, okay, great. And we've got on the bottom, so the overall would be the 10 of Materials, right? I like to see that we did have some kind of pentacles here, because a lot of this is just all like being up in our head. To be honest with you, all of this is kind of like being up in our head. So let's get some clarification. We're going to use the Fountain Tarot to clarify today. Never have done that before, so we'll see how the Fountain likes to be as a clarifier. Let's talk about the Eight of Voices. What is it that we are... what is it that we're ruminating over? Like, what is this whole thing that we're all stuck up in our heads about? Ooh, okay, the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so, this definitely could be about love, not wanting to make a decision or not feeling like you're in a place yet to move forward. Getting into the place where you can move forward, but you're definitely feeling with this reverse Nine of Inspiration and this reverse Lovers, there's this whole thing where you're like in a lot of self-doubt right now. That's the message with that. So let's see what the Queen of Voices, because here with the Queen, this is definitely Libran energy. We get into a sort of a balanced state, a rational state, a state where, so there's like a transition here. Let's see more about the Queen. Oh, good. We got quite a few. The Star, yeah, there's a lot of hope. 10 of Cups for happiness. A Knight of Cups, so this is moving into a really, really balanced, harmonious, yeah, with the Queen of Voices. Not only are you in a rational space, but there's sort of like a nice feeling, a temperance, a balancing between the head and the heart. So that's beautiful. I like to see that. All right, so that is perfect for the Queen. Let's talk about the Ace. So what is the Ace of Inspiration? What is this whole new thing that's sort of coming into view? The King of Swords. Okay, so again, this is back and forth as this head and heart, this you're graduating from the queen into the king. So this is really now taking control. This is really taking control of a situation. where the rationality and the balance is coming in. One more on this Ace of Inspiration, because King of Swords, I mean, this could be somebody, my favorite. Let's see if I can get under the table here. Okay. All right. So the King of Swords and the Hanged Man, right? That makes sense. So this is all about shifting our mindset. This is shifting our mindset so that we can get in this place of indecision, in this place of, almost anxiety, verging on anxiety, right? We can sort of get into this place where we have the qualities of Libra. I almost would expect to see justice show up here, right? This is where we're definitely maneuvering into a new place. And I do think that this has everything to do with partnership. It could be a love partnership. It really could be. But without anything else on the board right now to indicate that, to be honest, it could be anything, because it could be like your partnership with your relationship with your employer. I mean, right? It could be kids, family. So we don't really have anything here that necessarily speaks to a mate, other than we do have the Queen and the King of Swords. But again, this is very Libran. Let's take a look at this reverse Nine of Inspiration, see what we have on it. Okay, the Fountain. I don't even think I know what that card means. I have to look that one up. I forgot that this deck has this extra card. It's major, though. It is for sure major. Okay, and the Six of Cups. Yeah. This does look like Six of Cups. So there's definitely something... We got a lot of planets in retrograde, so this could be like a past, like a soulmate, right? Underneath this reverse Lovers. Geez, what do we do with this situation? I think we're in a holding pattern right now where we're trying to get this, this new push. It's like this new push. We're being pushed out the door. And there's a lot of clarity and a lot of equilibrium that's sort of coming in, because there's some hesitation, there's some doubt about moving forward. And, we're looking to the past to sort of inform the present, the Page of Voices. So this is where usually we see the information that's coming in. So tell me more about the page and what it is that we're learning. What new perspective are we gaining here with this Hanged Man? Okay. Well, all right. So it's the Fool. So yes, interesting that the Fool would come out, because, the Nine of Inspiration can also talk about having like the strength to go on, and and it's like a spiritual strength, and you're sort of hesitating, you're sort of backing off, you're like, there's this stop start, like, oh, do I go forward? And the Fool is saying yes. It's going to take an act of faith that before you can see the manifestation, first you're going to have faith. That's always tough, right? And then here you've got the Eight of Swords again, and the Seven of Swords. So it's shadowy, right? And it's all mental. It's all mental. Page of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. It's all mental. You're in this place of, I almost expect to see Temperance here too. Like, you're in this place where maybe you're stepping out of your own way. You're getting out of your own way. You're allowing the situation to unfold without being able to direct it in any way, because you're just not sure. You're just not sure. Let's find out about the Magician here at the last, in the last space. What are we putting together here in this situation? There's definitely, okay, Six of Coins, yeah. So this is bringing the manifestation into physical reality. So this is like literally getting out of our heads and out of the ethereal body and getting into the physical body, bringing this down inside so that we can start to push out, to manifest out into our actual reality. Let's get one more. And the Queen of Coins. Okay, so I like that. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Cups. All right. So if you've got the Three of Cups and the Ten of Materials here, this is about joining forces. So this is about coming out into physical reality, connecting with others in your space in order to make manifest something that's going to bring you abundance and joy, right? So not always abundance, abundance in whatever way you define it. So whatever it is that you're hesitating about, like if, you know, and look, it could be something so mundane as cleaning your room, because I was thinking that this morning, like, I really need to clean the space, and I really need to, like, organize things and vacuum and dust and get this place kind of in order, right? It can be something that mundane, but there's something in your environment that wants to have energy put into it. Six of Coins. There's something about, in order for our minds to come back into a place of equilibrium, in order, oh, we did have Temperance up here. Look at this. Sorry. In order for our head space to sort of get into a nice flowing space, there's something in our physical environments that we need to attend to in order to release all of this pent-up mental energy. It's like Mars in Libra. It's like it wants to get going, but there's also something that's holding back. And maybe it's the case that today's the day where you actually find something that inspires you. Maybe it's like this idea where it kind of finally starts to come in, and you start to sort of take control of the trajectory of things. It's like instead of sort of with all this Eight of Voices, Eight of Swords, and you've got it twice. This is doing something different. One step into a new direction, just one step to change your perspective on things. Thinking about what it is in the past that has brought you happiness before, to inspire you to do something, to manifest something in your physical reality. So as you put forth energy, the universe can reciprocate that energy for you, right? And it can give you, you become like that Queen of Coins. You become like that queen where it's the abundance of the universe starts to come in, and it starts to come back to you. So that's interesting. And then with the Three of Cups, when we have the Chariot and the Page of Wands, right? So this is pretty fast moving energy. This is taking control of the reins. This is using what's the word I'm looking for? This is using the resources that are available to you, that are around you, in order to move forward decisively. Decisively, that's the word I'm looking for. And the Ten of Materials and the Six of Voices. Yeah, I think, and the universe wants to bless you with a new opportunity to start getting you on that trajectory, right? So there's definitely something new going on here. There's definitely a struggle today, though, I'm going to say. Definitely a lot of mental energy going on here. So let's start with recognize your first thought, right? Again, mental energy. Today's lesson. This is a day of intuitive practice where you acknowledge that your first thought is your best thought and usually corresponds to your clearest intuitive voice. Your goal is to pay attention to your intuition. I would say that aligns very nicely with the Hanged Man. All right. Yeah, and then we've got Treasure Island. There's a treasure that's on the horizon, but it's like you have to swim out to it. And, when there's something on the horizon, we don't know exactly what it is. There is definitely that faith, and where's that Fool, right? And this is letting go of the doubts and the fears, and taking a leap of faith, learning to listen, to your intuition. I think that is actually quite beautiful there. Here we have opening the heart, right to love and be loved, heart healing. So here we have, again, like I said at the beginning of this reading, it's like we have this disconnect between our head and our heart. And so spending some time getting down inside of our hearts, right to love and be loved, heart healing, beyond cycles. Find and embrace yourself, new direction, releasing old patterns. Well, there you go. So there is definitely something new going on here. I would say that this is releasing old patterns right here. Finding a new direction, right? And really knowing who you are. You're the King of Swords in this, right? So this is taking control of your thoughts, right? This is adjusting how you're thinking in order to move forward. And then you've got exploration. So maybe the message today, I think it really does center a lot around this Hanging Man, right? Which is, there are things that are going to be brand new to us. There are things that are going to come in for the first time. Things we haven't considered, things we haven't thought of, things that we haven't considered yet. Yeah, considered. And are you willing to do something different to explore what that is? Are you willing to do something different to let go and release those old thought patterns? To get control of the trajectory of that chariot so that you can move forward in a new direction. Allow the exploration of the new, though. Allow, with the Fool, allow yourself to take a leap into something completely different. opening your heart. Opening your heart so you can listen to your intuition. Because if you do, there's treasure there. There's treasure there. And what it's going to end up doing is it's going to put you in a really nice, balanced state of equilibrium. I'm just sitting here thinking about the astrology. You know, we've got, yesterday it was perfected, but we still have the energy today of the Uranus and Taurus opposite Venus and Libra. And that's like sudden insight. That's like suddenly things having to deal with Venus. And Venus has everything to do with what, like relationships, equal give and take in relationships, the value, our own value. It could be our money. It could be the reciprocity, the give and take between us and our family members, us and our partner, us and our employer. But it's like a sudden realization. It's like a sudden realization if you'll allow yourself to get out of old patterns of thinking and explore and open yourself to new thoughts, to new states of beingness. Maybe it really begins with making a statement to the universe and just sort of putting it out there as your intention, that it's my intention to surrender to the new. It's my intention to hear the inspiration that emanates from inside of me. Beyond cycles. Find and embrace yourself. Find and embrace a new direction. And release old patterns. You're a wise old dragon. And the answers that you have are within. They're within you. They're not outside of you. They're within you. Take a leap of faith into that space inside of you. Trust your intuition. Trust your first thoughts. Recognize your first thought. Let's read this again. This is a day of intuitive practice where you acknowledge that your first thought is your best thought and usually corresponds to your clearest intuitive voice. Pay attention to your intuition today. Yeah. And lastly, we had this silver warrior of light. I don't know this particular card. I'm going to look that up. That's from Archangel Metatron. What number is that? 30. Let's see what this says. You're being asked to be one of Archangel Metatron's warriors of light. To do so will require strength, dedication, compassion, and to always deal in the truth. These are the noble qualities that one who serves the light must master in life on the spiritual path before them. A world has seen thousands of years of bloodshed where warriors battled against each other, fighting over land, religious faith, and what they deemed right. Now, as spiritual warriors, we fight as one. No denominations apply. Those who are given their silver sword of truth know that we are all one. It will never be used to harm another, but to wield off and warn the dark that the light is here. The sword cuts through all illusion, falsehood, deceit, and denial, and all that is negative, heavy, or tainted by wrongdoing. It highlights those who seek to harm or defame you, and only has power when held by the one it is made for. You have its power now in your hand, and use it wisely. Yeah. You're definitely being inspired. The universe is definitely coming in to sort of heal this connection between your head and your heart. It's asking you to tap into your intuition, to sit with your thoughts, to take a leap of faith, to listen to that intuition, and to reframe this thing. And so that you can be on a new path to your treasure. The treasure awaits beyond this. At the end of the day, what you're going to be able to do with this is to get yourself onto a new path. You're redirecting yourself onto a new path of abundance, where you are through this Libra system, through this Libra season over the next 4 weeks. It's going to be about cutting out old patterns and redirecting our thoughts into our heart space, into a space of love for ourselves, where we recognize our value, but we also incorporate the value of others. It's going to improve our ability to connect with other people, to communicate with other people, and to value ourselves, and to understand our place and our position in the world, and to put us on a trajectory, a new path forward. This is 2021. Things are rapidly changing, and it's time to take a step onto the path. This is about destiny. This is about recognizing your place in the grand scheme of things. This is a reason for celebration, because at the end of the day, this is going to bring all abundance, all happiness. When you get into this place and follow your intuition and listen to spirit and put away old patterns and self-doubts and negative thinking and all of that stuff, when you do that, you open up a whole new world for yourself. You attract people who are going to be better suited to you into your sphere. You're going to attract all kinds of abundance into your life. Resources, money, people, things, situations, and most of all, peace of mind. I think that's what this reading is about today. All right, I'm going to leave it here. A super interesting reading, you guys. I enjoyed it very much. And hopefully I can use this setup moving forward. We'll see. And